Facebook, Twitter, and the YouTube. Just search Big Dumb Fun Show.
In studio with AJ Finney. Welcome back.
Hello.
And you got this big uproar. It's not a tour, though. You're actually recording an album here in Kansas City.
Yes, this is. I'm glad you brought that up. This is actually. I'm very excited.
It's another fake radio setup, by the way. We did it with the other band too. It's like
you brought that up.
So
actually,
it's an interesting thing. It's weird that you bring that up, you know. But
no, but it's
we're
great.
extremely unprofessional here, by the way.
The company Uproar that I signed with actually is the company that put out George Carlin's very first vinyl.
I've heard of him.
And so I'm very excited to have been chosen to actually kind of represent their company.
Yeah.
And the producer,
Are you the spokesman?
No, I'm recording an album.
Oh.
With him. So
you're representing him that
I'm
way.
representing all comedy.
I thought you'd show up and do like the wave.
Hey, how you doing?
He dresses up as a monkey.
Yeah.
We just don't let him talk. He waves.
It's not a monkey, it's a chimpanzee.
Chokes the chicken a little bit.
Where's the chicken? Everybody's going to his shows at Stanford.
You should bring it with you now.
Yeah, how come
chicken's at? I should get one and just set it down on the stool.
You should get a ton of chicken keychains, sign them all, and sell them.
There you go.
Every comic's looking to sell junk after they're said, right? That could be your deal,
Yeah.
and put a big poster of you with the chicken. I mean,
the chicken.
Who knows? The
Blow off the
possibilities
cover
are
of ink,
endless.
that way people know.
Yeah. So, so you got Uproar, and this is gonna be in Kansas City.
Yeah. Easter week at Stanford's. The company's going to come down and record the Thursday, Friday, Saturday show. I'm really
so they
excited.
kind of go in there, like, mic it all up, make sure
they're
the
gonna
sound.
have everything produced through the soundboard, and I'm going to get as many people into the show for free. Is what I want to do for the days of the recording.
Yeah.
And I'm getting flyers made and postcards. As soon as I get in, I'm going to flood this city.
Now,
if you live in the city
Yeah.
and you have ever spoke with me,
You're going to get a
you
card.
can get to the show.
You're going to get a friend
Absolutely.
request on the Facebook. Here's what you got to do. You got to make
Craig's
sure.
going to call up. You know that week we had for you?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Waiting for that. Yeah, that would be perfect. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Michael Winslow's in town.
I'm sorry. We didn't know you were booked on the calendar. Double booking.
So, forget about it. You'll get this. You'll get the patio.
Yeah.
We're making one.
We got an MC spot for you here.
We can still have you work the bar.
Yeah. Come on, I'll bring some of your friends. Everyone, we still want them to come.
Yeah, we want them to go.
We want them.
I got a table reserved for them, maybe. So that's really cool. This is a really neat deal,
Yeah.
and you're going to invite as much people. What you need to make sure is that you get people that don't care that they're going to be recorded. Because, I mean, you invite me, I'm going to try to get on the out. Heckle, whatever.
We're in the backyard. Thanks to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Yeah, trying to get BigDumbFunShow.com, Facebook.com. And you're like, shut up, dude.
My punchlines.
Do you get heckled a lot, or is that something that you have to? I'm sure you got to grow some.
I do fairly well, but the thing is, I think what most of the audience anymore they understand that like my brain doesn't run so well. Like it's just there's a lot of stuttering and a lot of stop and go. And I think once this thing finally warms up and it keeps going, I think a lot of times people go, we shouldn't mess with him because he's finally making sentences. It's like, it's okay,
everybody stop.
And they're like, let's heckle him in German.
Yeah.
You got Statler and Waldorf in the balcony, just like, oh, hey, oh.
But a lot of times is what happens. The bad part is I'm pretty good off the cuff with people. But it irritates a lot of the audience because once I turn, I may forget what I was talking about a second ago.
Oh, yeah.
None of my shows are ever the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of that guy that's recording the CD is really gonna hate that.
Especially when they hit a mash
I want
stuff
you to
up.
do these jokes.
He was just telling a story about his dad and chocolate cake, and now he's making fun of this guy.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever ripped your stuff?
As far as
Like any ripped your comedy? Like have you ever heard somebody else
pull the material,
pulling it up, putting it on Facebook? Just like
No, taking it and using it themselves.
taking it, use it themselves. Whatever.
maybe.
Yeah.
But I've never caught anybody.
Never called them on
But
it.
Even if I call them on it, the thing is like it's not going to sound right.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that someone can do my material.
They can't stutter and change subjects.
Because if they do the whole story, obviously they put.
I mean, the thing is everything that I talk about basically is things about my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've started to incorporate now a lot of stuff about my father and the relationship that him and I have together, and that's about it. So
Yeah.
it's all personal stuff as opposed to just
somebody else going out there talking about your father. Like,
Talking about my father.
Wait
You
a
know-
damn minute here.
Now George Lucas and I have some issues.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Well, let's talk real quick about Black Sky Radio.
You're involved with that?
Yeah, because I think the first time we heard about it was when Nivens came on.
Yeah.
And that was kind of,
Well,
just
actually,
got canned.
no. When Nivens came on, they weren't. He just cleared his 30-day non-disclosure after being let go from The Rock. Right. That's why he could come on. He could actually come on the show and talk about what had happened.
Was he not allowed on any other show?
No. He had a contractual non-disclosure agreement.
He had a contractual agreement not to talk about what
for
had happened.
30 days. So after that, it's a cool-down period.
30 days happened, and so we're like, we'll get him on our show.
31 days, let's do this.
He came on the show. He came on the show, and we were just like, all right.
And after the show, we talked, and he wanted to kind of pick our brains. How does this work? What we do, and was interested. He's still a great radio personality, wanting to still do that. And we talked with him for an hour after the show a little bit, and then he went out and he hooked up with the guy that started Black Sky Radio.
Okay, yeah.
And so now, is he still on there? Is Niven still on there? Or?
No,
not that I know of.
Oh, because he can't be non-compete.
Yeah,
he can't.
he's back
he can't
on The Rock.
On so what's going on at Black Sky?
But
You're doing that every week?
Yeah, I do that. I do it on Tuesdays. Is what happened is there's one of the girls, the girl Jenna that was on the show came to Stanford. She saw me, and she goes, "Would you be interested in doing our show one time? Just call in or stopping by?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm pretty much a media whore, so I mean, I'll do whatever."
How many people offer you jobs at these?
I like to think.
Here's the deal: I got a restaurant over here. I need to.
I got to stop going to the Improv. I guess
I need somebody to work that damn drive-through.
So I was like, yeah, because the more publicity, the better.
Yeah.
And
do I have to be on time for it?
Yeah. So I did the show once, and they offered me to come back. If I wanted to do it again.
So are you hosting the show, or are you just making appearances on the show? Or?
I'm just like a Tuesday regular.
Oh, okay. You're just kind of come in
and
sit in.
If I'm in town, is the big thing.
If the GPS guides you that way.
Yeah.
He's probably been there a time or two now. He doesn't need the GPS.
Yeah.
Well,
he's learning German going there now.
Yeah. Linked. Correct.
Yeah.
So, but that's very cool. Are you having fun with the Black Sky?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's an interesting deal.
It's always an interesting medium to find out what you can do, what you can't do.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got some stand-up dates coming up as well?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. We got the Detroit International Festival, Laughing Skulls getting ready to happen, which is, I'm really excited about.
Is the best place is ajfinney.com?
ajfinney.com.
ajfinney.com. Thank you very much for coming on the show tonight. Definitely much appreciated.
Big Dumb Fun Show.